Welcome to the Explainer. Right now, we're literally watching a tectonic shift happen right in front of our eyes. We are breaking down a high-stakes tech matchup between two absolute heavyweights of the data world. We're talking Snowflake and Databricks. Honestly, the decisions these two platforms are making today are going to literally determine how your company, and frankly, every major enterprise out there, interacts with data in the AI era. So let's just get right into it and find out how.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our agenda. Kind of like the tail of a tape for our two massive contenders. We'll cover the data heavyweight matchup, their two distinct corporate DNAs, the AI integration race, the open table twist, and finally, long-term market durability.
Section 1. The data heavyweight matchup, collision course in the enterprise.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that for a long time, the boundaries between Snowflake and Databricks, they were pretty well defined. But now they are on a direct collision course with incredible overlap in their enterprise accounts. Just look at their opposing trajectories. You've got Snowflake, who started with this massive lead by focusing on simple, user-friendly enterprise analytics. They totally ran the table with major businesses. But Databricks, on the other hand, they're a private company growing at nearly twice the rate. They initially took territory through hardcore data science and AI infrastructure. But guys, the target is shifting rapidly. Snowflake is moving toward complex developer needs, while Databricks is aggressively simplifying its platform to capture that broader enterprise market.
Moving to Section 2. Two distinct corporate DNAs, Stanford versus Berkeley.
To truly understand this rivalry, we absolutely have to look at their completely different corporate cultures. The source material uses this brilliant metaphor. Snowflake is Stanford and Databricks is UC Berkeley. Snowflake, led by Sridhar Ramaswamy, has that polished, intellectual, kind of always does the extra credit vibe, you know? They are deliberate and they are totally obsessed with getting business users to value in 90 minutes flat. Databricks, led by Ali Ghodsi, well, they have that edgy, Berkeley revolutionary energy. They really cater to the hardcore, down-and-dirty data engineer. It's basically the buttoned-up enterprise taking on the open-source bomb throwers. Both leaders are absolute visionaries, for sure, but they bring totally different energy to the room.
But despite these vastly different personas, both leaders are actually grounded in the exact same fundamental truth. Sridhar Ramaswamy brilliantly put it like this: product-market fit is a life force. And he's right. In a sector evolving this unbelievably fast, legacy means absolutely nothing. Nobody can afford to just rest on their laurels. They both know, without a doubt, that they have to relentlessly innovate and focus on the product just to survive the next wave.
Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds. The AI integration race, front-end agents versus back-end intelligence.
Okay, so all that data infrastructure we just talked about, that's really just the foundation. AI is completely redefining the battleground through what's called a system of intelligence. Now, public LLMs like OpenAI or Claude are incredible, obviously, but they only crawl the public web. They don't know your company's secrets. Think about this for a second. 99% of enterprise data is locked down. It's dark data. A system of intelligence is the back-end stack that harmonizes all that dark data, your unique business context, and your tacit tribal knowledge. Without this super powerful backend, AI is kind of just a party trick, right? It simply cannot deliver reliable business outcomes for a company.
But here's the thing. You can't just have a backend. You need a way for actual humans to interact with it. So both companies are rapidly building out their AI front-end arsenal. Snowflake has rolled out Cowork, which is a conversational interface for business users, alongside Coco, their Cortex coding agent. And Databricks is right there with Genie, their own front-end conversational agent. This is literally direct, feature-to-feature combat to own the system of engagement. And honestly, they aren't just fighting each other here. They are competing with Microsoft Copilot, Google, Salesforce, and basically everyone else trying to own the user experience.
And this brilliantly illustrates a really fascinating aha moment: the concept of extreme co-design. See, a front-end agent is totally useless without back-end context, and a back-end system is completely blind without user engagement. Watch how this works. When an agent engages a user, the back-end harmonizes the data. But crucially, the system then learns from how humans reason, and those insights loop right back to make the agent smarter. It's exactly why modern chatbots feel like they're actually learning from you. If Snowflake or Databricks only act as the back-end feeder, they totally miss out on this incredible value loop. To truly win, they realize they must own both.
Section 4. The open table twist, a curveball in the market.
Just when you think you've got this rivalry perfectly mapped out, the market throws a massive twist.
Databricks executed a move that caught the entire industry completely off guard. They acquired a company called Tabular. Now, why is this such a huge deal? Well, because Tabular created Apache Iceberg, which is one of the most critical open table data formats in the world. Databricks threw a massive curveball here, essentially trying to corner the open source market on exactly where and how enterprise data is stored.
The sequence of events that followed is seriously a masterclass in corporate agility. After that curveball, Snowflake briefly appeared to be outflanked. A few years ago, they might have stuck to a more closed ecosystem, but instead, Snowflake executed an astonishingly rapid 180-degree pivot. They completely embraced open table formats. They aggressively pushed forward with their Polaris and Horizon initiatives, effectively neutralizing the threat by fully supporting the exact open formats Databricks was trying to leverage. The sheer speed of this reaction showed a total refusal to be cornered.
Finally, Section 5. Long-term market durability. Surviving the cycle. Right now, there is an absolute feeding frenzy of capital pouring into AI infrastructure. It's a massive supercycle. But what happens in a few years when the initial hype cools down? Well, when you look at pure momentum, Databricks is a monster. Their private valuation hovered around an astonishing $135 billion. They've surpassed Snowflake in revenue, they're growing almost twice as fast, and they have this massive footing in the AI builder ecosystem. They are positioned incredibly well to ride out this developer-centric wave.
So the crucial point is contrasting that with Snowflake. Snowflake is a public company sitting at roughly $100 billion valuation. While their growth might not be 2x right now, their superpower is their enterprise foundation. And honestly, it's truly impressive. They have an unbelievably sticky, durable base of enterprise customers running mission-critical production analytics. They deploy what's called a barbell strategy. This basically means even when the bleeding-edge AI infrastructure build-out normalizes, Snowflake still fundamentally powers the day-to-day data operations of the world's biggest companies.
Predicting the final outcome here is honestly impossible. The technology is just moving way too fast. Sridhar Ramaswamy actually gave a beautifully transparent answer to analysts recently, and it's amazing honesty coming from a tech giant. He basically admitted that nobody truly knows how this will all play out, adding, whoever wins it is going to look back and then rewrite history like they knew it was going to happen this way the whole time. Spot on, right?
And that leaves us with the ultimate question. Who will actually own the enterprise system of intelligence? Will the future of your company's data belong to the revolutionary bomb throwers at Databricks or the methodical enterprise giants at Snowflake? The deciding factor is really going to be who best balances developer demands against enterprise simplicity. Because the winner doesn't just get market share, they get to build the very brain of the modern enterprise. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and we'll see you next time.